Hello again, sports fans, and welcome to Cable Channel 15 TV. Whether you're watching us on Channel 15 on Suddenlink Cable or you're watching us on our website at cable15tv.com or on Facebook, we appreciate you joining us. It's Newport and Greene County Tech in Game 2 of this 2019 football season. And it's David Black along with Hayden Schultz, Ben Black, and Josh Nation once again behind the camera doing all the production work for us tonight. Guys, Game 2, always exciting to play. We're at Greyhound Field, another big crowd expected tonight. It's Hero Appreciation Night. You see the meeting of the captains at the center of the field. Ben Black, I'll start with you. What do you expect tonight?
Well, I'm ready to see this explosive offense come out. Well, they just put on a show last week and just really got revenge for against Pottsville 2 years ago. You know, they beat us at their place, and then they came here last week, and we got the big revenge. Like I say, got up, I guess, 22-0 at one point. And we're just really explosive on offense. Our defense played really, really well. Just exciting to watch.
All right, Hayden, let's get your comment here before we get started. We're 4.5 minutes away from kickoff. The Hounds won the toss, I think, and elected to defer. That's what Coach Hansley likes to do, and that's the thing that we all like for our team to do.
Well, I like to see the defense start out on a positive note. Last week, I mean, the first quarter just shutting them out, and they were getting after it, and I just excited to see a little bit more of the defense. I mean, we talked about it on Facebook Live, talk about it here. I mean, anytime that a team has a 270-pound back last week in Pottsville, I mean, that guy was a monster. And, of course, Greene County's not going to have a guy like that. We probably won't ever see another guy like that especially runs that offense, a team that's going to spread the ball out and throw sideline to sideline and try to beat you there. But with the speed we have and the defensive guys that we have, it's going to be a long night for them on the offensive end for Greene County.
I agree completely, Hayden. Very well said.
Pre-game show, Arkansas Steel Associates, producing and supplying specialty need products for the railroad industry in the United States, Canada, Mexico, and other worldwide markets. And we thank Arkansas Steel Associates for doing just that for us. And WRMC Medical Complex in Newport at 2200 Malcolm Avenue, Suite A. Service including cardiac rehab, imaging services, laboratory work, pain management, physical therapy. And you can also watch their interviews each and every month on cable15tv.com. Here come the Newport Greyhounds, and Max Black once again will be right in the middle of that. Newport Greyhounds are coming to the field. We're still 2.5 minutes, it shows on the clock before game time.
There's Max coming into your screen now with future Greyhound, Easton McGuire, number 13, fourth grade Grey Pups.
2.5 minutes prior to the kickoff right here. Guys, it's always exciting when you get to play, but you want to try to improve. And like Coach Hansley said on Facebook Live, and of course you might not have seen that, but what he talked about was trying to correct some of the things that we didn't do very well last week and to try to improve on some of the things that we even did well, and I think that's a pretty good assessment.
Absolutely. Week one, you know, you never really know what's going to happen. It's a lot of things. I mean, it's the first time you're going against a live opponent other than playing in your scrimmage game early, but it's the first real live game, and there's a lot of things that happen that you don't expect to happen, and that's why they give you 10. We said it last week. That's why they guarantee you 10. It's to fix those mistakes to get to that third phase of the season.
Football season and fall weather go hand in hand. Get your flower beds and your front porch ready for cooler temperatures. Let us know what you need for your fall decor. Call Jenna or Amanda at 870-523-3514. They're located at 1002 Malcolm Avenue, Newport. 2 Chicks Nursery and Gifts. Clemmy Alcorn, and I apologize to Clemmy. I think last year I probably called him Clemmy Cried a couple of times, and I know I did last week. Clemmy Alcorn, I'll try to get it right. It's just my apologies, guys. Excited to be here, and 4 12-minute quarters coming right up. Fathead Pizza, formerly U.S. Pizza. That's one word, all caps. Fathead. Talking about great pizza. Salads, sandwiches that are second to none. Fathead Pizza. The Hembry brothers are doing it right out at Malcolm Avenue, out on the highway, Highway 367 North in Newport. First Community Bank kickoff coming right up, and we are just about underway, and here's Hayden Schultz with the play-by-play.
It's going to be a high kick fielded around the 25. It's going to be muffed. Ball's on the ground. Greene County's going to pick it up and be brought down around the 37-yard line for the Eagles.
Where community comes first, online banking done right. First Community Bank of Newport at 2525 Malcolm Avenue, Newport. Their phone number is 870-201-6202. First Community Bank.
Expect to see a lot of pressure. Last week you didn't really get to see it because Pottsville, the offense they run, that dreaded offense that we talk about, Greene County is going to run the spread here. So expect a lot of pressure. Benny Reynolds going to get a chance to showcase a little bit of what we got on the defense side of the ball.
We'll get the starting 11 momentarily.
First and 10 from the 38 for Tech, empty backfield. Here's the snap, quarterback keep. He's met Antoine Hardaway and then Jadarius Reed on the tackle.
Well, that's just a tough middle to run up in right there.
No gain on the play, make it second and 10. Clemmy Alcorn, Jadarius Reed going to be at the outside linebackers with your front, Kevon Dixon, Justin Simmons, and Tyler Johnson. Antoine Hardaway, just talked about him, another sophomore. Jakeevan Davis, another sophomore in the middle linebacker. Jalen Gist, Monquel Cox, Theron Davis, and Biggers. Second and 10. Here's the snap and handoff, weak side, looking for a hole. Jalen Gist is there, going to bring him down around the 42-yard line. It's going to be a third down and 5 here for the Greyhounds.
That's a good play there by them. Give those guys credit for positive yards. But, boy, I like the aggressiveness of our Hound defense.
Third down and about 6, they're going to call it, from the 42-yard line. And obviously there's big plays throughout the course of the game, and obviously a big momentum play here early.
Here comes motion to the bottom of your screen. Dead call, Hounds don't fall for. Looking at the sideline, got the play. Here's the snap, and they're going to hand it off. Clemmy Alcorn's there. Clemmy Alcorn, it's going to be a big loss. And look at the swarm. Clemmy Alcorn just off the edge there, didn't get blocked, and he was just a free man. And it's going to bring up an obvious punt situation here for GCT.
What a play by Clemmy, just standing out there, then coming up and making the tackle. Just shows the athleticism of that young man. Good job, Clemmy.
Yeah, great read and tremendous speed, and Greene County Tech will punt inside their 35-yard line at the 34. 9:55 to play here in the first quarter. We have no score. Greene County Tech's first offensive possession, and the Hounds, hopefully, if we'll field the punt here, will get their first chance.
Biggers back deep for the Hounds. Low punt, end over end, and it's going to roll out of bounds around the 42. Hounds will have good field position here.
Guys, our offensive line, even after we thought that they played well, but Coach Hasley said early in the week after looking at the film, they played better than what he really thought. Gave a lot of credit to Coach Randy Johnson for taking that unit and making them a cohesive unit, and these guys really get after it.
A thing that was talked about in the summer, didn't think the offensive line, especially losing all those guys, was going to be a big part, but they were in last week's win. First and 10 for the Hounds from the 42. Snap, they're going to go Cox up the middle. Cox breaks the tackle. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. Greene County bringing pressure up the middle there. Nowhere to go for Cox.
Yeah, just a little bit of tough running there. It's not going to go your way every time, but just why you get 4 chances.
Empty backfield for Eli. Here's the snap. He's just going to throw a quick one to Chris Reynolds. Chris Reynolds is going to be brought down around the 41-yard line. Give him 1 on the play. Greene County flying to the ball there.
Hey, Greene County Tech, and we knew this coming in, these kids are going to play hard. They're going to be just like that Pottsville, but tough group of kids. They're not going to go away. They're going to keep playing, and they're going to keep plugging. We just got to stick to our game plan and overcome.
And remind everybody that we're a 3A school and playing up a 5A school here.
Here's the snap. Alcorn going to look to pass. He's got time now. He's going to keep. He's got one man to beat. He makes him miss. Alcorn's across the 50. He's just going to slide down around the 45-yard line. It'll be a first down. There's the speed we talked about. It's all over the field for the Greyhound offense and defense.
That's a Greenway Equipment Company in Newport. First down, go greenway.com. Hounds in Greene County Tech territory.
GCT coming off a big win against Brooklyn, beat them by a few scores last week. First and 10 from the 46 for the Hounds. Dead plate, Eagles don't fall for.
8:15 to play here in the quarter. Hounds first offensive possession.
Eli getting the call in from the sideline from LeVar Neal. Here's the snap. We're going to give it to Cox up the middle. Cox is looking. Great block right there. Cox is going to try to bounce outside. Cox is going to get what he can. Give him a few on the play. 55, Chandler Allen out there. Great block by him.
Well, Monquel just with tremendous outside speed. Just couldn't get to the corner because of the actual pursuit of the Greene County Tech defense. Tech looked awfully quick back there.
2nd and 7 from the 43 for the Hounds. Davis coming to the backfield now. Monquel out wide. Here comes motion with Monquel. Here's the snap. There is a flag on the play. Looks like we went a little early. And it will be a false start on the Hounds.
One of those penalties you try to avoid throughout the game, but just one of those things that you're going to deal with from time to time. You just hope that they don't happen in big spots.
Beauty and the Beast. Ryan Underwood, Amanda Reynolds. Each and every Friday, 7 to 10 on River Country 96.7. Join them.
2nd and 12 from the Hounds from the 48. Trips to the top of your screen. Monquel at the bottom by himself. Davis in the backfield with Eli. Here's the snap. They're going to go with Davis trying to get outside. Davis is going to cut up. Big block by Biggers. Davis is across the 20, 10. He's going to walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
Untouched, I believe.
Biggers got a block. Chris Reynolds got a block. Both of those guys on the outside, they did what they had to do. And when you can block from the outside like that, you can have big plays. Theron with a tremendous run.
Speed, speed, speed. We talked about it for a few weeks now. That's going to be youth and speed is what Brian Underwood said our identity was going to be, and it shows to be right. Extra pointed up, and it is good. Clemmy Alcorn. Hounds lead at 7-0 with 7:45 to go in the first quarter.
Greyhounds covering some real estate. Get all your real estate needs at Bratcher Real Estate. Here in Newport, Mary Reed, the principal broker. Carol Ann Young, Lauren Sampson, Amanda Reynolds, also to help you with all your real estate needs. The phone number is 870-523-5100. Boy, the Hounds covered some real estate there. Theron's just a weapon. The Hounds have just got a lot of weapons. Norman Baker Pharmacy, Mary Davis and crew, new location at 2200 Malcolm Avenue. Convenient drive-through window. Fill in your prescription with generic drugs when possible to save you money. They file insurance and medical drug reports for you. True quality service from friendly, caring professionals at Norman and Baker Pharmacy. That's another First Community Bank kickoff coming right up. First Community Bank, where community comes first in Newport. 7:45 to play here in the first quarter. Hounds up 7-0. We do not have a roster. We're going to have to find out next home game what it takes for us to get a roster. Do they have programs down there or not? Do you know?
I didn't see a program.
Alcorn going to kick it off. Another high kick going to be fielded around the 24-yard line. It's going to catch it, look for some room. Played well by the kickoff team and finally be brought down around the 36-yard line.
I believe it was Monquel Cox finally made the tackle.
Jameel Ballantyne also in on the tackle.
Watching Chandler Allen that time, and boy, he was just hustling down that field. Chandler getting some playing time on the defensive front. You know, they play a lot of guys on that defensive front. Got a man coming in the booth, says got a warrant for David Black. Scott Lancaster will join us. Help him up with that headset right there, Ben Black.
1st and 10 for GCT from the 36.
Have a seat, my friend. Have a seat.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Here's the snap. Quarterback Keith played well. Clemmy Alcorn and Jakeevan Davis in on the tackle. Give him 4 on the play, make it 2nd and 6.
Scott is the legal counsel for Bad Boy Mowers, and we bring you the Bad Boy Mowers hit of the week each and every week. Scott, good to see you, my friend.
Man, great to be here, David. Thank you so much for having me.
Now, tell me about Bad Boy and the season that's been going on. You were telling me we're kind of winding down with getting ready for next year.
We are, and first of all, congratulations on your recent Hall of Fame induction. Man, well deserved.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. 2nd down and 7 here, we'll call it.
Here's the snap, bobbled snap. Quarterback's going to keep big hit right there, Jakeevan Davis.
We may have just seen the hit. We may have just seen the hit.
That looked like a bad boy mower. That baby, who made the hit right there?
Kevin Davis, and he was the winner last week.
Yeah, he won last week. You know, they get a little recognition for that.
That's right.
Man, that's exciting right there. It might have been a bad boy mower's hit of the week. It's a bad boy hit, no doubt.
That's right. Hit with an attitude.
Business has been brisk, my friend, has it not?
Business has been great. We're wrapping up another record year and just excited at the year we've had and the one we're about to have.
Absolutely. 6:23 remaining here in the first quarter. Hounds up 7-0.
3rd and 9 after the loss. Here's the snap. Quarterback going to look to throw. Got a screen open, and it's going to be incomplete pass. Bring up another 4th down here. Hound defense once again bailing them out.
Scott, Newport guy. Grew up here.
Newport guy, absolutely.
Greyhound blood in you.
Great to be back here. You know, this field has changed so much from 1978 when I graduated. This is really nice.
Yeah, it stays green all the time.
Absolutely.
We don't have to cut it.
Unfortunately, we don't need a lawnmower.
That's correct. That's correct. Not good for the lawnmower
Not
business.
good. I'm going to talk to him about real grass next year.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Punting situation for Tech.
4th and 9, and they will elect to punt. It's going to be a low kick once again, end over end. Biggers is deep. Biggers is going to pick it up around the 30-yard line and it'll be brought down. And no marking right at the 27.
Scott, talk a little bit about the company. I mean, a company in Batesville, Arkansas, and now a worldwide company.
You know, started with 9 employees 18 years ago. We've got over 800 now.
Wow.
So what a tremendous success story. And built 174 mowers the first year. We'll do over 60,000 this year.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
1st and 10 from the 28 for the Hounds. Cox in the backfield with Eli. Here's the snap. Going to fake to Cox and throw it underneath to Davis. Davis will be brought down around the 35-yard line. Hounds look to go tempo here.
And Scott, I also want to thank you for what you do and how you serve, and you know, on Hero Appreciation Night, the 3rd annual Hero Appreciation Night, and of course we did a Facebook Live and got all the presentations on the first. But thank you, my friend, for what you do for all of us.
Well, thank you. It's an honor.
2nd and 3. Eli's just going to throw it out to the flats to Biggers. Biggers will be brought down for a loss. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Hounds.
Talked with you several months ago about how you got to Bad Boy and how excited you were to be there, and you know, living in Batesville and just living the dream.
Absolutely. I get up every morning looking forward to going to work, and if you can do that, you're really fortunate.
Yeah, it's not work, is it?
It's not. It's like being paid to eat ice cream.
Yes, sir.
3rd and 4 for the Hound offense. Eli going to look to throw. He's got Davis open. Davis is still on his feet across the 40, trying to get outside. He's going to cut back and make a guy miss, and it'll be brought down around the 46-yard line. 1st down for the Greyhounds.
That's another Greenway Equipment Company 1st down. Go Greenway.com. And reminder that also not only we have the Bad Boy Mowers hit of the week, we also have the George Kell Motor Company player of the game. And then the Subway Coaches Report. Subway in the Walmart Supercenter. 4:46 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Greyhounds. 1st down and 10 for the Hounds.
It's going to be a flag here. Moved a little early. We had Clemmy come in at quarterback there for the Hounds.
Scott, you got to escort Rick Crawford in tonight for the presentation, and boy, you did a great job.
Well, I appreciate that. He's easy to escort.
Yes, sir, he is, isn't he?
Got to walk beside him and not do anything stupid.
Yes, sir. It's amazing what they pay you to do.
That's
isn't it?
right.
Yes, sir.
Another one of those jobs.
We appreciate you participating, because I know that Ricky Morales, called and asked, and we certainly appreciate you being here.
1st and 15 from the 41. Alcorn's going to keep it up the middle. He's going to be met. And finally, they're going to blow a whistle. Going to bring up 2nd and 11. Going to give him 4 on the play.
Clock rolling, 4:18 to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Newport Greyhounds, thanks to a Theron Davis run.
Alcorn will check out and will be replaced with Alcorn. Bringing Eli back in at quarterback. Chris Reynolds, Theron Davis, Donovan Biggers at the receiving. Darius Reed now in motion, going to flip sides. Here's the snap on 2nd and long. They're going to give to Cox. Cox is trying to get outside. Cox is going to make a guy miss. Cox is coming backfield. Big hit right there, Jagger Robinson. They're going to throw a flag. Monquel Cox. It's going to come back. Monquel.
Well, they threw 2 flags, and both of them missed it. I think both of them missed the call. I thought it was a great block. But anyway, we'll have to watch the replay again tomorrow. But it sprung Cox.
Well, in high school football, they've outlawed the peelback block now.
That is correct. That is correct. Well, we peeled back, and then we peeled his helmet off.
That was a great run.
Was a great run by a young man. And so Scott, living up in Batesville and being a part of the community, and you do a lot of community service, and talk about what you do in your spare time.
Well, that's come to Newport.
There you go.
Well, I'm privileged to be a member of the Batesville Police Department. I do their community relations work, teach their active shooter training, their ladies self-defense classes, and honored to do that, and participate in the Chamber of Commerce, the Humane Society, just a number of things that just fun to be a part of.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well respected in the community also. I know 3 friends of mine up there that like you. Hey.
Well, out of 12.
3 out of 12, not bad.
2nd and 29, swinging gate to the top of your screen. Eli's going to look. Eli's going to be hit in the backfield and brought down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and very long for the Hound offense.
Greene County Tech got a little momentum here.
Third and 36 now for the Hound offense.
Hounds converted a 2nd and 42 last week. Got a text message from my good friend Benny Smith that says, "Call me if you get a chance." Well, I'll call you after the game,
That's
my
right.
friend. He can't hear me till in the morning, but we're working on a 45-year class reunion.
Here's the snap. Eli's going to look to throw. He's going to throw one up. He's got Clemmy. And it's going to be incomplete pass. Bring up 4th down for the Greyhounds.
Well, depending on what kind of kick we get, I'm not so sure that wouldn't have been too bad had they caught that football, but we'll see. 2:47 remaining, and we'll play here in the first quarter. Scott Lancaster has joined us, and Newport graduate, 1978, living up in Batesville, living the dream we've been talking about. And we're talking about the legal counsel, and he's the man with does all the legal stuff, as you would say.
That's right.
For Bad Boy Mowers.
Use another word sometimes, but
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's a flag on the play. Going to be a false start again for the Hounds. Will Key going to be the deep snapper, and Colin Hill going to punt for the Hounds.
well, they should have just caught that interception.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. 2:45 to play here in the first quarter. Greyhound football game brought to you by Sam's Diner in downtown Newport. 42 Sports, Alan Russell, Facebook Media. And this
High snap, and they're barely going to get it off, but there is a flag on the play. We'll see what the flag is. It's going to be a personal foul roughing the kicker.
Well, they'll call roughing the kicker, and then now we have to determine high school rules, which, I run in high school, college, and professional rules, and they're all different. Some are automatic first downs, which that would be lovely for the Hounds, but I think it's probably just a 15-yard penalty. No, here comes the offense. Future looking bright.
Future's looking bright. We've got great plans for next year and rolling out some new models, and excited for the future. Going to continue to grow, create jobs, and just be a bigger economic development player in our part of the state.
Well, I certainly appreciate you taking a little time to join us here in the booth and kind of give us an update on Bad Boy Mowers, and even living in Batesville and respecting and knowing the great tradition that we have here at Greyhound football, and supporting us and our Greyhound classics throughout the course of the year, and supporting Greyhound football and sponsoring the. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's good to see you as always.
Scott Lancaster, my friend.
All right.
Thank
Y'all
you,
have
sir.
a great evening. And
all
thank
right,
you.
buddy. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
Thank you. My pleasure.
First and 10. Quarterback's going to keep. Eli's going to be brought down around the 33-yard line. Make it 2nd and 7 for the Hounds. Get the first down after the personal foul. Penalty on the roughing the kicker.
What did I miss? Yeah, I don't know what the rule is either as far as roughing the kicker, but it looked like he maintained possession of it.
2nd and 7. Going to throw the quick out to Chris Reynolds. Chris Reynolds is going to break a tackle. Chris will finally be brought down around the 35-yard line.
Boy, after the initial contact, he's fighting for extra yards and sheds off another guy, and boy, he moves well to be so tall and skinny.
Well, there's no doubt this is a good football team in Greene County Tech, and they've got athletes at every position, and they've got some depth. They have a lot of depth.
They're constantly sending guys in and getting fresh legs in there.
Bring up 3rd and 5 for the Hound offense from the 35.
Minute 30 to play here in the first quarter. Hounds lead at 7-0 over the Greene County Tech Golden Eagles.
Gideon Ball, Justin Simmons, Chandler Allen, Jagger Robinson, and Big Weston Henderson in on that offensive line. And timeout, Newport.
Yeah, the 25-second clock had really gotten down close to the 0 mark. Remind everybody, Jackson's Funeral Home at the 1900 block of Malcolm Avenue. Our family serving your family. And the White River Area Agency on Aging, located next door to Glass Plus, and also just a little bit down from Fathead Pizza. Fathead, one word, all caps. The Hemrys. White River Area Agency on Aging. Certified home health care assistants working directly under a registered nurse. If you need our services or know someone who does, please call us at 870-523-4982. Ben Black, tell us about what all you're doing. I know you served up a little gravel this week and got it all spread out, and you're doing some sprinkler work, and tell us about it.
Well, I just got certified to test and repair backflow devices, RPZs, double check valves. So in the springtime, when you need to get those things tested, the city requires you to have them tested annually. I can do that. I can also winterize your sprinkler system if it's getting, if you're ready to shut it down for the year and it's getting close. We'll come over and drain all your lines and get all your heads without water so it won't freeze up.
There you go. Maintenance saves you money.
Saves you money.
3rd and 5.
1:15 to play here in the quarter.
Here's the snap, going to fake. Eli going to roll out to his right. Eli's looking. He's got Jadarius Reed open. Jadarius is going to try to reach out. We'll see where they mark him. It's going to be close to a first down. We're going to sort of edit.
And they move the chains. That is a first down, Hounds. Minute 7 to go. Hounds lead at 7-0 over Greene County Tech.
Another first down brought to you by Greenway Equipment Company in Newport. Go greenway.com. 1st and 10 for the Hound offense from the 41.
Clock just under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Cox in the backfield with Eli. Here's the snap. Give it to Cox. They're going to do a reverse with Theron. Theron Davis getting outside. Look at the big block right there. And Theron Davis is still on his feet across the 50. And Theron is still on his feet and be pushed out of bounds around the 46.
Two key blocks. Number one by Clemmy Alcorn setting the edge. And then you got your quarterback, Mr. Quarterback, Eli Alcorn out here with a huge block.
It's awesome when your quarterback get out there and blocking on the touchdown run last week early.
He loves it. He likes that contact.
Another go greenway.com first down.
1st and 10 from the 46 for the Hounds. Here comes motion with Clemmy. Here's the snap, fake to give, and they're going to give Eli up the middle. Eli will be brought down right around the 43. 2nd and 7.
Clock just under 20 seconds. It looks like the Hounds are going to elect to let the first quarter expire, and we'll get a little breather here. We lead it 7-0 over the Greene County Tech Golden Eagles.
And to remind everybody that the MPOC, which is a medical park orthopedic clinic, is orthopedic and sports medicine clinic now at White River Health Systems at 500 Virginia Drive, Suite C in Batesville. Phone number 793-2371. Committed to providing the best possible care, utilizing the latest innovations in surgical and non-surgical bone and joint care. You know, recently, it wasn't too long ago, several months ago, they did the first robotic-assisted knee replacement in northeast and north central Arkansas. World-class technology at MPOC Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. Dr. J.D. Allen, Dr. Jeff Angel, Dr. Dylan Carpenter, Dr. Wesley Greer, Chad Grady, APRN, and Josh McIntosh, APRN. Robert Turner, financial advisor for Edward Jones. As you see the crowd, and great crowd on hand, and probably not quite as large as it was last week, but there's a lot of people down by the concession stand once again, but awesome crowd. Folks are supporting these Newport Greyhounds.
Well, there's something to be excited about in these hounds. I mean, we talked about it early in the first game. The youth, these guys haven't lost very many football games. I mean, I know Eli Alcorn in his class, the 10th grade class, I think they've lost 2 games since 4th grade football. So, I mean, there's just a lot coming up.
Financial advisor for Edward Jones, Robert Turner, 523-8780.
2nd and 7 from the 46. They're going to fake give to Cox, and Eli's up the middle. Eli's going to break a tackle. Eli's across the 20 to the 15, 10. He's going to get to the 5 and be brought down out of bounds inside the 5. Mark him at the 3. Just the read option play there with Eli. And that's just what he brings to the table.
Another Greyhound first down brought to you by Greenway Equipment Company, Newport, GoGreenway.com. Hounds in the red zone and deep in the red zone here, Ben.
Yeah, we're knocking on the door.
First and goal from the 3. Clemmy going to go in at the quarterback position.
Guess you'd call this the Wildcat.
Here's the snap, and there is a flag. It appears we moved a little early. And it will be a false start. 5-yard penalty. Move it back to the 8. Make it first and goal from the 8.
11:27 to play here in the first half. We're in the second quarter now. And the Hounds leading 7-0, but they move it back to the 8-yard line here.
Eli checking into the ball game for the Hounds.
11:15, and the clock is moving. Hounds lead at 7-0.
Here's the snap, and the give is to Theron. Theron's looking inside out. Theron's going to try to get outside and played well. And it's going to be a loss brought down around the 11-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play.
Back to the 11, and it's second down and goal from there. Hounds cannot get a first down.
Looks like we've got the play.
We need to cover us 11 yards of Bratcher real estate right here.
And here's the snap. Fake give, RPO, touchdown, Chris Reynolds.
Yes!
Chris Reynolds over the middle.
Yes!
We saw that play last week with Chris over the middle, and the RPO, it's a run-pass option there, and it is strictly on Eli Alcorn, and what a sophomore just to make that read and finds Chris Reynolds, throw it up to the big fella and let him go get it.
Chris has tremendous hands. He made a great move. He's 6'6", and Eli put it on the money. And we covered that 11 yards. Bratcher Real Estate.
Extra point up, and it's no good. Hounds still lead here, 13-0 with 10:24 to go in the second quarter.
Mary Reed, the principal broker, and agents Amanda Reynolds and Lauren Sampson, Carol Ann Young. Their phone number is 523-5100. Want to remind everybody that on October the 4th, John 37 Ministry having their annual golf tournament, and it's a fundraiser for John 317. For more information and really like for you to get involved in this, let me give you a couple of phone numbers. 501-827-1447 or 501-230-5444. 3771, or you can pick up applications at George Kell Motor Company for one spot, or you can email Catherine with a C, CATHERINE, 1447 at yahoo.com. That's Catherine1447 at yahoo.com. And participate in this fundraiser and have a little fun, because October the 4th, the high temperature is supposed to be 71 degrees that day. It'll be a great day for some golf.
Another First Community Bank kickoff, where Community comes first at 25-25 Malcolm. Alcorn's going to kick it deep, fielded around the 20, looking for some room, cutting it back cross field. Still on his feet across the 35, and it'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Just tremendous backside pursuit there from the kickoff team.
GCT will have good field position once again.
10-17 remaining. Hounds lead at 13-0 over the Golden Eagles.
The last year that Newport and Tech will play in the foreseeable future.
1st and 10 for GCT from the 39. Here comes motion to the bottom of your screen. Hounds will adjust to it. Here's the snap. Going to fake the wheel route, and he's met Jakeevan Davis. He brought down around the 43-yard line.
Sonic drive in at 501 Highway 367 North. And you talk about, I went out there yesterday and there was one parking spot I ordered, and they had my order out in 3 minutes, and it was fresh and hot and ready to go. Sonic drive in Newport.
2nd and 6 for GCT from their 43.
Get the Sonic app for discounts.
Same play, going to do it again. Quarterback's going to keep. He's going to break a tackle and be brought down around the 45-yard line. Marching into GCT territory.
You know, we talk about hero appreciation night and honoring EMTs among others and service people. And ASU Newport now has an EMT and a paramedic program, and they're, for the second semester, they're looking for people interested in getting into EMT. They have a program available. Arkansas State University in Newport, ASUN is indeed a great place to start.
1st and 10 from the 46. Here's the snap fake. Quarterback's going to keep. Justin Simmons there. Justin Simmons is going to bring him down for a loss of 1.
Well, what a good job by Justin Simmons not to get sucked in by that fake there, and to hold there at home and to make the play. Good job, 62.
Yeah, he's there. He's on an island, and he gobbled it up.
2nd 11 for the Golden Eagles from the 47.
8:44, clock continues to move here in the second quarter. Hounds lead at 13-0 over Greene County Tech.
Here comes motion again to the bottom of your screen. Seeing a lot of motion tonight from the Golden Eagles. Here's the snap fake, and they're going to do the quarterback draw once again. And Jalen Gist is going to bring him down around the 35-yard line. All 3 times they've run that play, it has been successful.
Well, you've got to have somebody responsible for the quarterback on that play. Now we're going to have to stay home. We'll make the adjustments. 8:05, clock moving, 13-0 Greyhounds.
First and 10 from the 36 for Greene County. Here's the snap, and they will do the exact same play again. Antoine Hardaway there this time to bring him down. Give him 2. Make it 2nd and 8.
I believe number 10, Jamariel Ballantyne, is on kind of a spy there. He stayed at home and had his eyes on the quarterback and did a good job.
Justin Simmons saying he needs a break if they can get somebody's attention over there. He needs a little breather.
Number 30, Jakeevan Davis checks back into the game for Jamariel Ballantyne at the middle linebacker position.
From the 34, Greene County. Here's the snap, and they're going to hand it off, trying to get outside. And Monquel Cox and Justin Simmons going to be there to bring him down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long again for the Golden Eagles.
Justin doesn't need a break. He's asking for another one. He said, give me a little break here, guys. But boy, a couple of good plays on this drive.
Jagger Robinson will check into the ball game for Simmons.
I love that the coaches give them the latitude to tap themselves on the hat and say, look, I just need a little blow. I need to come over, get a little water, and rest up a little bit here. Clock moving, 6:35 remaining here in the first half. 13-0 Greyhounds, but Tech on the move.
3rd and 6 from the 32 for the Eagles. Here's the snap fake, quarterback draw once again. He's going to go up the middle and be brought down to Kevin Davis. And it'll be short of a 1st down, but in 4-down territory for the Eagles.
Well, if I had to guess here, I would say quarterback up the middle. What would you say?
Well, big guy, we don't have a roster. We talked about that earlier. Don't have a roster on him, but he's got to be 215 at least. Big stocky guy for the Eagles.
Key to it, linebackers got to stay home and honor the quarterback. You can hear your Greene County Tech fans in the background. They're excited on this 4th down drive.
4th and 2 from the 28. Offsides play and the Hounds don't fall for it.
Good job, Hounds.
Empty backfield now for Tech. Here's the snap, quarterback draw. Jadarius Reed's there, and he's going to break a tackle, and he's still on his feet. Ball's on the ground. And we'll see. And they're going to mark Greene County Tech, so it will give Greene County a 1st down. Clemmy Alcorn there to rip that ball loose. Well, it just looked like we were going to jump on it there, but a guy there for Tech to get on the football.
Farmers Tire Mart, all types of tires for your automobile, for your truck. Service out on tractor tires if you need that. Lots of service on your automobiles, from oil changes where they'll check your belts and your hoses, tire rotation, front end work, brakes, you name it, at Farmers Tire Mart. Tech still moving at the 24-yard line with 5:14 to play here in the first half.
1st and 10 from the 24 for Tech. Here comes motion in the backfield. Double back now for Tech. Here's the snap. Quarterback will look to pass. It's going to be a screen pass. Played well. Clemmy Alcorn's there, and it's going to bring him down for a loss.
What a job by shedding his defender, shedding his blocker, and making that tackle, Clemmy.
Back to the 30, loss of 6.
Clemmy Alcorn, Coach Hinesley said it in the summer. That's the guy this year. That's our guy. We build offense, defense, special teams. That's our guy. That's our playmaker.
That's a big hit, and that might go down as a potential bad boy mowers collision of the week. Bad boy. Hit with an attitude.
2nd and 16 after the loss for Tech. Motion to the bottom of your screen. Here's the snap, faking once again, and he's met. First met by number 61, Gideon Ball, getting him some defensive reps tonight. Seen a lot of guys playing and getting breaks, bringing guys in and out, and I like it, keeping guys fresh.
Clock just under 4 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. Hounds lead at 13-0.
Once again, got Greene County behind the sticks. 3rd and 15 from their 29. Here comes motion to the backfield. 2 back again for Tech. Here's the snap fake, and they're just going to look to throw the tunnel. Fakes it and going to throw it up. Donovan Biggers is there and played well by the Hound defense. Just underthrown. It's going to bring up 4th down for Tech.
Yeah, great play by Donovan Biggers there to keep up with his man and turn and make a play on the ball. Just a great stop for the Hound defense.
Well, had the guy that ran the bubble open, but we run man there, and our guy stays with that guy and does a great job right there. Big 4th down for the Greyhound defense.
Come on, Hounds.
Tech will elect to go for it here on 4th down.
They have to get to the 14.
From their 29. Here's the snap, going to look to throw. Quarterback's pressure. Tyler Johnson in that backfield. Tyler Johnson's going to hold on to him. An incomplete turnover on downs. Danny Reynolds is fired up. Tyler Johnson, boy, he gets after it. And just a comeback player for the Hounds after we've talked about that leg injury.
What an addition to this Greyhound football team.
High motor kid, guy that gets after you off the edge.
Oh, we're going to say his name a lot more on the broadcast this year.
I promise you.
Hound offense on the field.
Hound offense, 1st and 10 from the 29. 3:31 to go here in the first quarter. Cox at the tailback position with Eli Alcorn.
Chase Prince in at an offensive lineman position.
Here's the snap, gives to Cox. Cox is looking up the middle. Cox breaks the tackle. Cox is still on his feet and will be brought down around the 32-yard line. Give him 3 on the play.
A good positive play. That's what you want to start with on first down.
Well, if you get 3 every play, you're going to move the chains every single time. Because 4 times 3 would be 12.
Well, that's some good Newport math right there, Hayden.
I am a graduate.
Barely. No. That was me.
Now, my dad worked in the high school, so I had a 2nd and 7. Eli looking to throw. He's got Theron Davis open and just through Theron's hands.
He just couldn't connect on that play. It was a good pass and good attempt by Theron. Just didn't work out there. Clock will stop at 2:56. Hounds lead at 13-0 here in the second quarter.
I like the play call. 2nd down at 6 or 7, and it makes your secondary to loosen up a little bit. I think these guys might try to throw it deep. It was just kind of a deep post pattern.
Big 3rd down and 7 for the Hound offense. Eli going to look to throw. He's got Biggers open. Biggers across the 40. First down, still on his feet, across the 50. And Biggers will be finally drug out of bounds. They're going to mark him down at the 43-yard line in Greyhound territory.
What an addition Donovan Biggers has been to this Greyhound football team. He's a senior, and he had been with us, and he's the guy just made an awesome catch, but an awesome pass from Eli.
It's another Greenway Equipment Company first down.
Moving the chains, baby.
GoGreenway.com.
1st and 10 from the Hounds.
From the 43.
Here's the snap. Give us to Cox up the middle. Cox looking. Cox spinning off, and Cox will be brought down right around the 37-yard line.
Weston Henderson, number 75, driving his man to the turf.
Well, Coach Hinsley, I've talked to him a little bit about everybody, and the offensive lineman was one of the things I talked to him about, and he said, Weston Henderson is the meanest offensive lineman we got. And I've known that kid my whole life. I graduated with his brother. And, man, I'm telling you, outside of football, he is the nicest kid I've ever met. And you watch him out here on Friday nights, and he will try to get after.
He just gets after people. I like watching him play.
Yeah, I do too. Boy, he's a go-getter.
2nd and 5 from the 38 for the Hounds. Here's the snap. Eli going to look to throw, just a go route. Going to throw it up. Got Theron there. Theron's going to go up and get it. And then great defensive play. It's going to be broke up, incomplete. Theron has it, and when he comes down with it, Greene County Tech knocks it out of his hands. And that's both kids trying.
Give that kid credit. He made a play right there. Theron did a great job to go up for that ball, and that kid just made an excellent play on it. Hey,
we saw Theron last week make a couple of catches like that, and he went up then, and then the defender just made an excellent play. Theron had the ball, and as he was coming down, obviously the defender knocked it away.
3rd down and 5 from the 38. Here's the snap. Fake, and quarterback's going to keep. Great block, Jadarius Reed. Eli Alcorn getting outside, and Eli will be brought down around the 30-yard line. It will be a first down for the Greyhound offense.
Clock just under 2 minutes with 1:55 remaining. Hounds still lead at 13-0 over the Greene County Tech Golden Eagles.
GoGreenway.com, another first down. Greenway Equipment Company.
This is a drive you want to score on in 1:54 seconds. With 1:55 to go here in the first half.
That would leave 1 second.
Here is the snap, and they're going to throw the tunnel screen to Chris Reynolds. Chris trying to get outside, and he'll be brought down for a loss. Bring him down around the 33-yard line. Make it 2nd and 12. Clock rolling. Hounds got to get on the ball, go quickly here.
1:39 and still moving.
And the Hounds get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Would be awesome to get points here.
Here's the snap, and they'll go back to the bubble to Monquel Cox. Monquel Cox will get out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Make it 3rd down and 9 here for the Hound offense.
Something wide to this side of the field, possibly in the ground game.
Maybe a reverse.
Not going to give him the spot there. It's going to make it 3rd down and 10 from the 31. Davis checking in the ball game at the tailback position. Here's the snap. Eli going to look to throw. Eli does. Eli being pressured. Eli will be brought down. And it'll bring up a 4th down here for the Hounds.
Well, just give these guys credit. These guys are playing hard.
It's a huge series for both the Newport offense and the Greene County Tech defense. 3 scores at the half is a big challenge for any football team, and if you're only down by a couple of scores, you're right in a football game, and Tech is where they want to be right now, considering the circumstances that Newport's knocking on the door. So 4th down and probably 11 or 12 yards to go. We'll call it 4th and 11. What's the play call here, guys?
I'd like to see something with Chris in tight, and I'd like to see him on a seam route. These guys, the corners play off and play 10 yards deep, running that 3-3 stack, and they have 2 high safeties. Middle of the field should be open here, is what I would think.
I'm saying a screen pass somewhere.
Well, we've done 2 consecutive in a row.
I don't mean a bubble screen. I mean an old-fashioned screen.
Well, we might fake a bubble here, and Chris go route. We had that open last week. Just couldn't connect on. I'd like to see something over the middle here.
We shall see what we shall see. Football game brought to you by the Bank of England Mortgage Company. If you're looking for a home loan or want to refinance your current loan to get a lower interest rate, Kenny Thaxton and Sally Long at the Newport Village Mall, the Bank of England Mortgage Company, for all your home lending needs.
Fourth and 12. Here's the snap. They're going to look to throw. Eli's pressured off the backside. Eli's still on his feet looking. Eli's just going to throw one up. He's got Chris Reynolds in the end zone. Chris Reynolds, we'll see if they mark it down. And they're going to say incomplete.
Oh, my gosh. What a great throw and catch from
Chris catches it there. Just don't believe his feet were in bounds.
Greene County Tech will take over with 52 seconds remaining on the clock. They're going to try to go down and score with just under a minute to go.
With 2 timeouts left.
This is where you just got to bow your back and you just got to hold your ground right here.
First and 10 from the 32 for Tech. Here comes motion with the back out. Empty backfield once again. Here's the snap looking. He's just going to throw one up. He's got a man, and it's going to be caught. And Greene County's going to score here before half. And that's not what you want to see when you're a Hound fan. Score with 44 seconds to go in the first half.
I will say this. We've still got 44 seconds, and as we saw last week when we converted on that second and 42, we can score in a matter of seconds. So maybe they scored a little too soon, Hayden.
We'll see. Hounds still have 2 of their timeouts left as well.
I really thought they were going to be conservative there. I really did. I thought they were going to go into the half and be trailing by a couple, thinking maybe they didn't want to turn the ball over. But boy, good play call and good execution by Greene County Tech, and they're right back in this football game, 13-7, with the extra point being good. And give those guys credit. Their defense did what they had to do to hold Newport's offense, and then they come back and in a one play, they get it all to cut the lead to 6. And that's huge in the football game, and the Hounds got to you need a good return right here to give yourself a chance.
Yeah, look for Greene County Tech to kick the ball deep.
Just a great call, and they won that play. It happens. It's football. Greene County Tech coach calling the kicker over there and looking down there at Newport and says, don't kick it to number 3, number 2, number 4, number 11, number 30, number 23.
Anyone who is 10 yards deep. Hounds with weapons to return one, like Ben said. It's just a matter of seconds. We'll see what they do here if they elect to kick it deep. And they will kick it deep. Theron Davis is going to field it around the 15. Theron Davis is looking for a hole. Theron Davis hits a hole. Theron Davis on his feet. Theron Davis across the touchdown. Theron Davis is going to walk in the end zone. Touchdown.
No.
Late flag.
No, don't do that. 10 yards behind the play.
There's no need in that.
And that one's coming back.
I'm not so sure he didn't get knocked into him. He did get knocked and lost his balance. They're going to call that one back, but my goodness. Theron had the answer. Yep, 10 yards behind the play. It was a hustle play, and our kid got hit.
Yeah, I'm not so sure, like you said, that he didn't get knocked into the guy.
Well, with 32 seconds here.
Hounds had plenty of time.
Ball will be marked at the 25. With 2 timeouts, like we said, they still have a chance here.
Well, what explosive running by Theron Davis.
I bet we go back to Theron right here. Chris Reynolds down at a tight end position.
1st and 10 for the Hounds. Here's the snap, and they give us to Monquel. Monquel looking outside. And Monquel will be brought down to 25. A late flag coming in.
It's going to be on Newport.
Things aren't going well for the Hounds right now. That's unacceptable. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Newport is totally unacceptable. When you're trying to gain some momentum back, you just have a touchdown called back. It's a selfish play. It's a selfish penalty.
Move it back here to the 40-yard line now.
And you had it at the 25 with 2 timeouts remaining and 26 seconds to go. Now you're back at the 40. Not that the Hounds can't make up the difference.
Just not ideally where you want to start at on 1st down.
And the clock will roll now. 1st and 25 from the 40. Here's the snap. Eli looking. Eli's got Chris open. Chris is going to get out of bounds around the 29-yard line.
Clock stops with 16 and a half to go. Hounds lead at 13-7 over Greene County Tech as we're trying to go up another score.
You know, you think about what transpired. We had a touchdown. Chris was out of bounds. We don't get that touchdown. They score a touchdown. We return the kickoff for a touchdown. We don't get that touchdown. That's 2 we don't get.
Here's the snap. Eli looking to throw. Eli's going to keep it himself. Eli will be brought down around the 24-yard line.
Call timeout, guys. You got to call timeout.
He called it.
7 seconds here in the 1st half of football.
We were hollering timeout over there, according to Ben, and the officials just didn't see it quick enough to give it to us. Really, you've got 2 plays here. If you can get, regardless what you do on this play, even if it's a 1st down, I think you have to use your timeout.
I would agree.
You have it at the 25. Even if you run it, 7 or 8 yard out and it goes out of bounds, you're just probably going to get 1 more play. So maybe something over the middle and call timeout.
Got a post route over here. Greene County going to play back now with 5 guys deep. Here's the snap. Eli's going to look to throw. He's pressured. He's got time. He pump fake. Eli is still on his feet. So they're going to really don't know what just happened. Well, that was a weird event right there, but the Hounds will lead here 13-7 to end the first half.
Well, maybe we did not have 2 timeouts, or we would have called one right there, but it looked like that Eli thought maybe he was down, and we didn't call timeout, and the clock should not have stopped. That is correct. Football game brought to you by NEDC, the Newport Economic Development Commission, the Newport Business Resource Center. Since 2002, by a vote of the citizens of Newport, helping the citizens each and every day and making things happen for our city. NEDC in Newport. 13-7 is our lead. It's halftime. Final thoughts at halftime, Ben Black.
Well, it's been a good ball game so far. It's a close game. Like I say, we're still young. We're a young team. We're unproven. We're just going to have to come out the second half and prove that we can play with this team that's 2 classifications bigger than us.
Hayden, clean it up. Got to clean up on both sides. The penalties are unexcusable here at this point in the game, and Hounds got to come back and dig deep here for the second half.
13-7 Hounds lead. Its second half action is next. I want to remind everybody that the football game tonight is brought to you by Unity Health Harris Medical Center, located at 1205 McLean Street, 523-8911. Don't forget about the Greyhound luncheons each and every Monday. Coach Heisley will go over the last week's victory, hopefully this week, but each and every week we meet there and have a great lunch provided by Unity Health Harris Medical Center, and it's only $5 to attend. But we talk about the ball game of the previous week and hand out a couple of awards, help player of the week, and then also the player of the week. And then we talk about what's coming up for the week as far as all athletics are concerned for the Newport High School. City of Newport, the Newport Recycling Center, open from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Drop-off bins available after hours, accepting cardboard, newspaper, magazines, clothing, glass bottles, aluminum, electronics, and they have a free paper shredding service. If you have got a very, very nice shredder down there, call ahead. If you have large amounts, call 217-0070 for Bonnie, and she'll help you get all that done. Bad Boy Mower Collision of the Week. We got a couple in the clubhouse right now. Cal Player of the Game coming up at the end of the contest, and the Subway Coaches Show also at the end of the contest. El Puente Restaurant, call in and drive through. Great food. You'll never leave there hungry. Try the fajitas, the fajita taco salads, and the fajita nacho supreme. Delicious lunch specials, and get some of the best tea in town or some of their refreshing fruit punch. Excellent service at El Puente Restaurant. All right, guys, 13-7. Ben Black, what's got to happen here?
Well, we just got to come out here and we got to hold them. We got to score first, go up, and then we got to come out here and execute our defensive plan. I know we've come in and made some changes. We're going to stop that quarterback up the middle here in the second half.
First Community Bank of Newport brings you the second half kickoff, where community comes first. 2525 Malcolm Avenue, 870-201-6202. Online banking done right at First Community Bank. You think they'll kick it deep to Theron right here or not?
I wouldn't personally, but you don't know. And they will try to keep it away from him, and it's going to go through Biggers' hands. Biggers will finally pick it up around the 15. Biggers is coming backside. Biggers is still on his feet. Biggers breaking a tackle. Biggers is still on his feet. It'll be brought down around the 24-yard line.
Hard bit of running there by Donovan Biggers.
But an effective kick for Greene County Tech. It's kind of a squibber-type kick. And the Hounds will start in probably their poorest field position of the night.
It's Hero Appreciation Night. I would like to thank one of our heroes here on staff. It's Josh Nation, the cameraman. He did 2 tours in Iraq and received the Bronze Star.
Wow, congratulations, my friend. Thank you for your service.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Nation.
1st and 10 from the 24 for the Hounds offense. Cox in at the tailback position. Here's the snap. And the give is to Cox up the middle. Cox will be met. Going to give him 1 on the play, make it 2nd and 9 from the 25.
Been tough running inside for Monquel. We hadn't tried to get him the football on the outside. We're just kind of going with the read option there.
Clock moving here with 11:35 to go in the third quarter. Hounds lead at 13-7 over Greene County Tech.
It's much from Tech, just a quality football team. Give them credit.
2nd and 9 for the Hound offense. Here comes motion with Clemmy. Here's the snap, and the give is to Cox, and they're going to try to get outside. They're going to throw a flag. It's going to be in the area of holding. He'll be brought down around the 26-yard line.
Yeah, there's 3 flags there, 7 from the stands and 4 from the press box. Not a good start for the Hound offense here.
You know, but when you're on that offensive line, you're doing all you can do. You're battling your guy out there. A lot of our guys are playing both ways, and you know, sometimes you just hold. Sometimes you get caught.
You hold more than sometimes. Sometimes you get caught. There you go. You hold a lot, don't you?
Yeah, you're going to hold about every play, but just sometimes you get caught.
A bunch of linemen up here in the press box, except Mr. John Miner. Scat back. And I hear tell that man could play a little bit.
2nd and long from the Hounds from the 11. Here comes motion with Clemmy. Here's the snap. Eli going to roll out to his right, looking to pass. Eli's trying to get outside. Eli's going to throw. He's got Chris toe tap, and he's going to catch it right at the 23-yard line, make it 3rd down.
2-yard line.
And about 12.
Yeah, the big holding penalties really set us back there. Got to use the wide side of the field right here and get Eli coming this way. And
well, they play man on the back side to the field here. It's an island over here, so we'll see what we do on 3rd down and 13. Motion Clemmy. Here's the snap. Eli looking to throw. Eli's going to just heave it deep. He's got Theron and just overthrows him.
They'll bring up 4th down for the Hounds, and we will elect to punt.
Well, you're going at halftime. You make your adjustments. You're going to make your adjustments both offensively and defensively. The holding penalty set us back on that particular drive. Let's see what you don't need to make a lot of adjustments defensively. We gave up the one big play there, but we've got a football game on our hands. And last time we tried to punt, it was an ordeal.
Will Keaty's going to be the long snapper with Colin Hill back to punt. Good snap, Colin. It's going to be a low punt, end over end. Get out of the way, let it roll, gentlemen. It's going to take a good Newport roll inside the 40, and they're going to mark it at the 39-yard line.
Awesome. 10:44 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 13-7 in favor of the Hounds. Merchants and Planters Bank, main office, 2nd Hazel Street, downtown Newport. Visit them at mnpbank.com. Have a north office and then branches through banks in northeast and north central Arkansas. Visit the Solution Center at Merchants and Planters Bank at the quarter front Hazel Street, and M&P Insurance Services located in downtown Newport also.
1st and 10 from the 39 for the Eagles. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Here's the snap, and they're going to hand it off up the middle, looking to break a tackle, and he does, and he'll be brought down around the 46-yard line. Jarius Reed did come up with the ball, but they will mark him down.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell what happened there after the contact. He just came up with the football. But like you said, they're going to mark him down, Hayden.
2nd and 3 from the 39-yard, the 46-yard line.
Clock at 10:15 and moving. Hounds lead at 13-7 over Greene County Tech.
Trips to the top of your screen for the Eagles.
Quarterback coming this way.
Here comes motion. Snap, fake. Quarterback's going to keep. David calls it. He's going to break a tackle and have a 1st down. Brought down Kevon Dixon, Antoine Hardaway, and Spencer Mullinax.
$9:47 to go as the clock continues to move here in the 3rd quarter.
Get just over the 50 into the 49. Greene County Tech marching down the field right now.
Hounds have not trailed this year through a game and a half.
First and 10 for the Eagles. Here comes motion. Gets to go with. Here's the snap, and they're going to give it off. And he's met Jalen Gist. Big hit right there. Bring him down at the 50. It's going to be a loss of 1.
Oh, that's a bad boy hit, too. Bad boy Moore hit with an attitude.
Just a great job by that defensive front to have that contained, to make that guy cut outside so our linebacker could make a play.
Second 11 from the 54. GCT. Got to spy the quarterback here, guys. 8:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Here comes motion to the bottom of your screen. Here's the snap, faking it once again. Quarterback Jakeevan Davis is there on the tackle for the Hounds.
Clock at 8:26, and it continues to move here in the third quarter. Hounds lead it 13-7 over Greene County Tech.
And a couple of huge momentum plays coming up right here. It's 3rd down and 8.
Hound defense needs a big stop.
The ball at the 47-yard line. 8:05 to play third quarter. Hounds still lead 13-7.
Here comes motion once again to the bottom of your screen. Offsides play. Hounds don't fall for it. Greene County's already got the play. Here's the snap, and they're going to hand it off, trying to get outside. Clemmy Alcorn's there, and he's going to make him miss. Trying to still get outside. It'll be brought down. It appears he will have a first down at the 40. We'll see.
Had to get to the 39. So if he's at the 40, he'll be short. Yeah, no doubt Tech will go for this. They just need a yard.
Here comes your quarterback up the middle. 7:25 to go. Clock continues to move here in the third quarter. Hounds lead it 13-7 over Greene County Tech.
4th and 1 here for the Hound defense, looking to bring pressure. Here's the snap, and that's what they'll do. Quarterback keep, and he will have a first down to keep the drive alive for the Eagles. Darius Reed in on the tackle for the Hounds.
I want to compliment the fans from Greene County Tech. Boy, they're loud, they're intelligent, they're in the football game. The guys are cheering when they need to cheer, and great group of fans.
Yeah, they're very respectful. We've seen some up here, had some groups up here that weren't very respectful to the TV broadcast crew.
Isn't that the truth?
1st and 10 from the 36.
Come on, Hounds.
Here's the snap, going to look to throw. He's going to throw that bubble screen. It's going to be an incomplete pass, bring up 2nd and 10.
Clock will stop at 6:38 to go here in the third quarter.
St. Michael's Place, 1311 North Pecan Street, Newport, 870-9514. 24-hour nursing services facility with a restorative nursing program, short-term rehab and therapy, long-term home-like environment. Beautiful remodel building. Be sure to watch us on the Business Spotlight on Cable 15 TV and on our website and on Facebook. And go Hounds from St. Michael's Place.
2nd and 10 for GCT. Trips again to the top of your screen. Here's the snap. Quarterback's going to ball it. Ball's on the ground. The Hounds are going to pick it up. Jakeevan Davis is going to pick it up.
And
it's going to be Hound ball.
That's the big momentum swing that we've been looking for this whole game. That's what this Hound defense needed. We needed to stop. And, hey, what a great way to get it there, recovering the fumble about midfield.
Well, they didn't have us on the ropes, but they had shown signs of being able to just carry that football on down there and tie the game up and then have a chance to kick the extra point. A big turnover there. Now the Hounds have got to get some positive yards and keep the yellow hankies in the officials' pocket. So we don't need to commit any errors in the penalty phase.
1st and 10 from the 45 for the Hound offense. Here's the snap. Eli's going to look to throw. He's got time. He's going to throw it deep. He's got Theron Davis wide open. Theron Davis going to catch it at the 20. Theron Davis going to walk in the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhounds.
Touchdown, Hounds. What a pass from Eli Alcorn to Theron Davis. I don't know if you could see it or not, but number 62, Justin Simmons, was just battling his guy down here at the bottom of the screen.
55-yard pass. Eli had the time. Theron just on a straight fly pattern. Straight down the field. Theron wide open. Touchdown, Greyhound.
You got to capitalize on those turnovers like that. Anytime you get the ball
Absolutely.
in the turnover, you've got to capitalize, and we did a great job that time.
Swinging gate here for the Hounds. High snap. Eli's going to throw the bubble to Clemmy. Clemmy's going to break a tackle, run a guy over. 2-point conversion
It is good.
is called good. Hounds will lead it here 21-7 over GCT with 6:27 to go in the third quarter.
Greyhounds covered 55 yards of real estate, and covering some real estate is what they do at Bratcher Real Estate. It's a Bratcher Real Estate touchdown presented by Bratcher Real Estate at BratcherOneRealEstate.com. See Mary Reed, the principal broker, or any of the agents, Amanda Reynolds, Lauren Sampson, Carol Ann Young. At 732 Malcolm at the corner of Malcolm and Wilkerson in Newport to acquire your real estate, or give them a call at 523-5100. Boy, huge defensive play to get the turnover, and then a first play, 55-yard touchdown pass from Eli Alcorn to Theron Davis. Huge. I Care RX Pharmacy at 1117 McLean Street, Newport, locally owned and locally loved. Eric and Katrina Schaffner. Hometown Pharmacist back in town, offering full-service pharmacy, including specialty compounds, large selection of over-the-counter medications, vitamins, and supplies. Medical supply store, free delivery. Let us help you be well. 523-5555. Mark Manning Shelter Insurance for auto, home, life, business renters. We're your shelter, located at 1400 Malcolm Avenue. Phone number is 870-523-6514. And Sam Nicholson Farm, supporting Greyhound athletics for over 4 generations, and more on the way. The Nicholson Family Farm. And First Community Bank of Newport kickoff, where community comes first, coming right up.
I believe Colin Hill's going to kick off here for the Hounds.
Who else do we need to identify there? Anybody new that we maybe haven't called their name?
Chandler Allen, Theron Davis,
Dontavius
Valentine.
Dontavius Wakefield.
Watch for the outside kick.
Tommy Colbert out there.
Caden Johnson, maybe number 29 over there.
Now Clemmy's going to check in to kick. Thought he was going to get a breather, but he won't. They'll kick it deep once again. Clemmy's going to kick it around the 18-yard line. Once again, backside pursuit is there. Great job staying at home. He's going to break a tackle, and he's going to be brought down around the 46-yard line.
This kid can play.
Yeah, he's a player. Has a good return there by Greene County Tech, where they'll take over around midfield. 6:19 to go here in the third quarter. Hounds lead it 21-7 over Greene County Tech.
So important that the Hounds have a big first down play here defensively.
First and 10 for GCT from the 46. 6:19 remaining in the third quarter. Trips to the top of your screen once again. Hounds bring pressure. Here's the snap, trying to hand it off, and they do. Tyler Johnson's there. Clemmy Alcorn trying to rip the ball loose. He's just going to keep pushing the pile. Be close to a first down. Going to mark him at the 44. It will be a first down. Rather the 43, first and 10 for the Eagles. Greene County Tech doing a lot of spreading out and then running the ball up the middle, having success. Trips once again to the top of your screen. Here's the snap. Going to throw the quick out bubble, and he's met. And Clemmy Alcorn's there. Now they're just going to try to rip the ball out, and they will finally call the whistle.
Clock at 5:35, continuing to roll here in the third quarter. Hounds lead it 21-7 over Greene County Tech.
Theron Davis is in on that stop out there. Clemmy Alcorn as well.
Glass Plus, located at 1110 Highway 367 North, handling residential, commercial, and automotive glass, including mirrors, screens, prints, picture framing, and auto glass repair and replacement. 523-6514 at Glass Plus.
Trips to the bottom of your screen now. 2nd and 8 from the 41 for GCT. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle, looking for room. Clemmy Alcorn going to bring him down. Spencer Molinak also in on the tackle.
Greene County Tech is controlling, obviously, the up front defensive line and linebackers right now for the Hound defense.
I said it earlier in the game, this group is a lot like Pottsville. They're not going to go away. They're going to keep plugging.
First and 10 from the 33 for the Eagles.
Clock at 4:38, continuing to move here in the third quarter.
Tech doing a really good job of spreading it out and then running it up the middle constantly, just making those guys honor them outside. Double wing back position. Here's the snap. Quarterback going to throw. Quick slant, and it's incomplete. Defended right there by Caden Johnson, the brother of Tyler Johnson, a sophomore, getting him some playing time at the corner position. Chris Reynolds also checking in the ball game for Clemmy Alcorn. Jamil Ballantyne also in there at the linebacker position for Antoine Hardaway.
Chris will play anywhere, won't he?
Utility man.
2nd and 10 from the 33. Two nub back once again. Two still out wide. One back. Here's the snap. Fake quarterback trying to keep. He's met Jakeevan Davis, and another big hit right there. Jalen Gist in on that one.
Oh, that's the second time that he might be in the
Bad boy collision.
Ooh, boy, it was a dandy hit. He and Davis both have a couple of big hits.
Big 3rd down and 10 here for both teams from the 33 with 3:55 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Hounds lead it 21-7. Boy, we need a big stop here, Hayden. Come on, D.
3:40 clock moving in the 3rd, 21-7, the Hounds lead. It is a huge play, Ben Black.
Trips to the bottom of your screen. Hounds look to bring pressure. Here's the snap. Quarterback going to roll. He's looking. He's got a man open. He's just going to underthrow him. Pressure right there by Tyler Johnson and Spencer Molinax to bring up a 4th down and 10.
What a great job by those guys up front, just making plays and, like you said, putting pressure on the quarterback, making him scramble and kind of offsetting the timing there and disrupting that play, and therefore coming up with an incomplete pass on 3rd down.
Tried to run a little wheel route there. 4th down and 10. They have to get to the 23.
From the 33-yard line, the Eagles come to the ball.
You expect them to throw the football here.
Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back, and he's going to throw the screen. The Clemmy Alcorn and Shadarius Reed is there sniffing it out. It's going to be another turnover on downs.
Well, huge turnover for that Hound defense. Clemmy doing his job along with Jadarius Reed and Antoine Hardaway there to make that stop. What a big stop by the Hound defense, D. Black.
What a big pop by Jadarius Reed also. Man, we've had some big collisions tonight. Some bad boy hits all over this play.
Initially, you think that play works because our front three just come running at the quarterback, and then the linebackers just stay at home there. Great job by those guys. 1st and 10 for the Hounds at the 33-yard line.
Clemmy Alcorn made the play, and then Jadarius cleaned it up.
Theron Davis up the middle. Theron Davis bouncing outside. Theron's still on his feet to be brought down to the 35. Give him 2 on the play. Theron, a guy you don't want, if you're an opposing team, don't want him to get space.
Jagger Robinson along with Weston Henderson over there, and they're knocking people off the ball. And our offensive line has just been real good the last couple of weeks.
Number 51, Chase Prince, also in there. Younger brother of Connor Prince. Graduated last year.
Chaser.
2nd and 8 from the 35 for the Hounds. Here comes motion with Reed. Here's the snap fake. Eli going to roll out to his left. Eli's got Chris Reynolds wide open. Chris Reynolds at midfield. Chris Reynolds will run a guy over and be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Lowered that shoulder on him, baby.
That reminded me of 2007, Coach Reynolds. Have a penalty flag back down here at the 36-yard line. But that reminded me of what happened in Stuttgart in 2007.
Was a pretty exciting night for our family.
Looks like they're going to mark off a penalty. It's got to be a dead ball against those guys.
Face mask against Greene County. We talked about this last year. Can an offensive player get a bad boy collision of the week? I don't know if we ever. I think we've always had a defensive guy always get it because later on in the game there's a big pop.
Well, that was a big pop right there.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and say it that Chris Reynolds is in the running for a bad boy collision of the week.
He's a bad boy.
You can't give it to Jakeevan every week.
That's correct. Well, you could.
Well,
he's deserving every week, but it's just hard to do that.
I agree. 1st and 10 from the 29 for the Hounds. Here's the snap going Cox. Cox is going to break a tackle at the line.
Come on, Monquel.
Monquel's getting outside. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Greyhounds. 29-yard run. Monquel Cox gets in the end zone after breaking a tackle.
Minute 38 to go here in the third quarter. Hounds go up another score. That touchdown was brought to you by Bratcher Real Estate. We covered a lot of real estate on that play. Monquel Cox going 29 yards. Check Mary's listings out, Bratcher1realestate.com, along with Carol Ann Young, Amanda Reynolds, and Lauren Sampson.
Got a great real estate company.
Hounds in the swinging gate formation once again, electing to go for two. Here comes motion with Clemmy. Here's the snap. Eli's going to look to throw. He's pressured. He makes a guy miss. Eli's looking. He's got a guy open. And there Davis gets the two-point conversion good. Hounds lead at 29-7 with 1:38 to go in the third quarter.
And the ball game is brought to you by B&T Battery. Neil and Keith, the battery guys, located at 2400 Highway 367 North, carrying all types of batteries for your automobile, your boat, your ATV, golf carts. They do sales and service on golf carts, too. And matter of fact, we'll do some oil changes on your automobile if you like. So give them a call at 523-2758. Do a little business with the battery guys, B&T Battery. Lou Allen family and company for accounting services and tax prep and planning, management consulting services, payroll. They represent 3 generations of Greyhounds located at 407 Walnut Street. Give them a call at 523-6764. Doyle Family Farm saluting the Newport Greyhounds. The Doyle family is extremely involved in our Greyhound football from Pee Wee to the senior high Hounds. Go Hounds from the Doyle Family Farms. And Fletcher Land Surveying, Arkansas. Experienced professionals, competitive rates. Need to mark your property lines? These are the guys, locally owned and operated by former Greyhound Kenny Fletcher. Give him a call at 870-523-5625, 223rd Street in Newport. And another First Community Bank kickoff. Online banking done right at First Community Bank.
Clemmy Alcorn to kick it deep once again. The ball's going to hit around the 27-yard line. Picked up once again, coming backside. We got pursuit. Chandler Allen, great job coming from the backside to make that tackle.
What a play by him. Just never giving up, just coming from that backside and just running that guy down and making a big hit there. Good job, number 55.
I like to see Chandler out there. I remember him playing as a gray pup. Younger in the Pee Wee days, I remember seeing him. And just a guy that'll get after you.
Hard-nosed kid, like you said. Fun to watch him play.
1st and 10 from the 38 for the Eagles. 2 receivers each side, 1 back. Here comes motion. 2 back now. Dead play doesn't work. LeVar Neal yelling pass, and that's what Greene County will elect to do. Looking, and he's going to be lit up, and he's going to throw it deep, and it's going to be an incomplete pass, and there's a flag in the line of pass interference. One big lick right there. Quarterback took him one.
And they'll bring it back to the line of scrimmage, which is the 38. And mark off 15 from there. Be enough for a first down. The ball marked at the 47-yard line. Official needs the ball. Brian Smith, agency manager at Farm Bureau Insurance. Insurance that meets you where you are. Auto, home, and life insurance. 206 North Harwood Street, 523-8946.
1st and 10 for Tech from the 46. Here comes motion to the backfield once again. 2 back. 2 receivers to the bottom. Here's the snap fake. And Spencer Mullinax is there. And boy, quarterback tries to keep him. We had a guy spying there, and he does a great job. Spencer Mullinax all over that one.
Huge play from Spencer Mullinax. Great execution there. Clock moving now. 1:10 to play here in the third quarter. Hounds lead at 29-7 over your Golden Eagles.
Churchman Building Center, Ace Hardware, more than just a building center. Paint, carpet, Carhartt clothing to go along with everything you need for building projects, from minor repairs to major renovations. Think Ace is the place on Highway 367 north of Newport, the Churchman family.
2nd and 15 from the 49. Here comes motion to the top. At the nutback position. Here's the snap. Quarterback trying to roll out, and he does. He's got time. He's got a man. He's going to try to throw to. And played well by Donovan Biggers, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Bring up another 3rd down and long for Tech offense.
Well, you like to have them in that third down and long situation. Just not a lot of play calling that you can do in that situation, so therefore it gives you just that much more of an advantage on defense. 36 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Greene County Tech looking at their wrist as they're getting the play.
Hey, stay at home, never know about a screen. They've tried it a few times here with the tailback. Trips to the top of your screen. Now empty backfield for Tech, 3rd and 15 from the 49. Here's the snap. Hounds don't bring pressure. Going to throw it deep, and it's going to be overthrown. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
.33 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Hounds lead at 29-7 over Greene County Tech. They send the punting team on. Theron Davis back deep to return.
Not sure if I'd punt it to Theron right here. I'd rather just punt it out of bounds.
He's a threat to go, as we saw right before the half with 44 seconds to go.
Quarterback is going to punt for Tech. Step him off a few more yards. He will punt. It's going to be a low punt, end over end. It's going to take a high bounce. And Theron's going to pick it up right around the 15, and Theron will be brought down around the 19-yard line.
Fearless.
Yeah, you just take that ball right there with those guys in your face. You know, we're going to try to make a play. Playmakers try to make plays. That's what they do. Clock stop at 23 seconds here in the third quarter. Hounds lead at 29-7.
I'd like to see him taking another shot here on first down. I love taking shots on first down because that just
opens it up.
Well, it shows you how much trust you got in your tailbacks and other guys to get you 10. Here's the snap, and they're going to go Cox up the middle. Cox is going to break a tackle. Cox making a guy miss. Cox makes another guy miss. Cox around the 40 to the 45-50. Cox is still on his feet. Cox makes another guy miss, and it'll be brought down around the 39-yard line. We've seen that so many times. Monquel Cox breaks a tackle, breaks a tackle, breaks a tackle. I mean, that guy's just elusive, and the Hounds look to go quick here.
He can go east and west is just as good as he can go north and south.
Here's the snap. Hounds do go quick. Back to Monquel up the middle. Monquel cutting back outside. Monquel still on his feet across the 20. It'll be brought down. There is a flag laid here.
I think it may be a face mask.
They're pointing at us. It appears to be a holding.
Well, we had one Greenway Equipment Company, GoGreenway.com first down. We thought we had another one, and let's see. We get a holding call.
It will be a hold.
After we got another one with 2.1 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Hounds up 29-7.
Marcus back to the 31-yard line.
Takes away some tough yardage gained by number 4.
Well, he's going to get a breather. Theron going to come in now at the tailback, but it'll end the third quarter. Your Hounds lead at 29-7 over the Eagles.
Iberia Bank, located at 200 Olivia Drive here in Newport, offering all types of banking services. Bryce Throckmorton and crew say good luck to Coach Mark Hinesley and the Newport Greyhounds from Iberia Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. The Dillinger Funeral Home, a life celebration home with a commitment to caring. We strive to help every family create a special ceremony that reflects the life of their loved ones. They're located at 2001 Highway 367 north of Newport, and their phone number is 523-3633. Newport Food Mart and the Shell Station, and I'm telling you, I talked to Ali this week, and he said he heard us talk about him on the broadcast, and you talk about some of the best fried chicken in the world. That's where you get it, the Newport Food Mart, the Shell Station, right in front of Cable 15 TV, and Ben Black's gravel, lawn care, sprinkler system, whatever else you do. What else do you do?
Backflow testing,
Backflow tester.
Car business.
Yes, sir. You're a man of many, many, many what? Many somethings.
I just can't decide what I want to do. No.
Get your chicken at the Newport Food Mart. It's good. Boy, twice I had chicken there this week.
1st and 10 from the 31. Give us to Theron up the middle. Theron now getting outside. Stiff arm. Theron Davis on his feet across the 25. Theron Davis will finally be brought down around the 23-yard line. First down for the Hounds.
Look, there's zero time remaining in the fourth quarter here.
get a free play there. Now they'll let the clock roll. 1st and 10.
Another Greenway Equipment Company. GoGreenway.com.
Here's the snap, and the give is to Jadarius. Jadarius now getting outside. Jadarius Reed's got room across the 20, following that block. Chris Reynolds with a good block. Makes a guy miss. Getting it in the zone. Touchdown, Jadarius Reed.
Theron got a block, and Chris Reynolds got a block, and Jadarius Reed gets a touchdown. A Bratcher Real Estate touchdown once again. Coverage some real estate. Makes it 35-7 in favor of the Hounds.
You know, that guy right there running the ball, I love to see a running back or somebody carrying the ball wait on their blocks and be patient. That was a patient run. He waited for his hole to open up. He was watching his blockers. He let Chris Reynolds make his block, and then he cut back into the open field for a touchdown. Just a great job of running there.
Seen 3 different backs tonight for the Greyhound offense. Davis, Cox, and now Reed. 2-point conversion. Clemmy Alcorn in at the quarterback position. Clemmy Alcorn's going to walk in the end zone. 2-point conversion good. Your Hounds lead it here 37-7 with 11:40 to go in the ball game.
Brenda Benish, Modern Woodmen of America, making positive impact in our community. You can call or stop by. See Brenda Benish at 106 South State Street. Her phone number is 217-3684. Modern Woodmen. It's about being part of something bigger than yourself. And Dr. Roger Greene and staff at Greene Family Practice, delivering primary care services for all members of the family, from kids to seniors, serving Newport and Jackson County in family medicine. At 1200 McLean Street, Newport, 523-9852 to make your appointment to see the good doctor. And Ellis Automotive says, go Hounds. If you have any automotive needs, stop in and ask us for a free quote at 200 South State Street, Newport, 201-1514. They're open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and Saturday from 7 to 12. And like us on Facebook, Ellis Automotive. And the pest detective, Lonnie Hahn. Is your house bugged? Do you feel your privacy is invaded? You're looking for termite and pest control. Call Lonnie at 870-503-1800. 11:40 remaining here in this football game. The Hounds have taken a commanding 37-7 lead. And another First Community Bank kickoff coming right up, where community comes first.
Andrew Pitts checking in into the kickoff team. Clemmy Alcorn going to kick it once again, a low knuckleball type kick, and it's going to pass by him around the 15-yard line. He'll pick it up, and great pursuit right there by the Hounds and Chandler Allen, and then will be brought down by number 22, Kieran Childress, another sophomore.
Tell you what, that was a big lick right there by Kieran Childress.
Kieran, we've had a bunch of hits tonight. I mean, a bunch of hits.
Kieran Childress, they got him listed at 5'6", 155.
Well, he's explosive,
I remember. I don't think he's 5'6".
Is that right?
He just looked 10 foot tall and bulletproof on that play.
I'm gonna tell you what, guys. I like not our players. I like our kids. I think we have great kids.
1st and 10 from the 18 for Tech. Here's the snap fake. Quarterback's going to keep up the middle. Played well. Jakeevan Davis will bring him down. Going to give him a few on the play. Give him 3. Make it 2nd and 7.
Two Chicks Nursery and Gifts. Football season and fall weather go hand in hand. Get your flower beds and your front porch ready for cooler temperatures. Mums available for homecoming. Let us know what you need for your fall decor. Call Jenna or Amanda at 870-523-3514. 102 Malcolm Avenue in Newport. Don't forget the mums.
From the 22-yard line. 2nd and 7. Here's the snap fake. Quarterback's going to try to keep up the middle, and he does. And he'll be brought down by Antoine Hardaway and Kevon Dixon staying at home. Give him 4, make it a big 3rd down here for the Hound defense once again. 3rd and short. Third and 3 from the 26 for the Eagles.
Clock moving here with 10.5 to go in the contest. Hounds lead it 37-7.
Here's the snap. Quarterback draw once again. He's just going to keep an easy bet. Kevon Dixon out there in the middle in the tackle. Also, Clemmy Alcorn once again. It's going to bring up another 4th down here for the Eagles offense. 4th and short. 4th and 1 from the 28. Got to get over the 29 to get a first down here. Greene County looks to go for it, and I bet you quarterback keep right here up the middle.
I would think that would be a good call.
Empty backfield for Tech. Jamil Ballantyne in the ball game at the linebacker. Here's the snap, and that's what they do. And a bet Jadarius Reed is going to bring him down. Kevon Dixon, Jakeevan Davis, and it's going to be a turnover on down. Newport Greyhounds football.
Benny Reynolds with the right defensive call, and what a job Coach Reynolds is doing, and all the coaching staff for the Greyhounds. Hounds will take over at the Greene County Tech 33-yard line.
First and 10 from the Hounds from the 28. Clemmy motion to the bottom here. Here's the snap. Give us to Theron up the middle. Theron Davis breaking a tackle. Theron just puts his foot in the ground. Theron to the 20. Theron to the 10. Theron will be pushed out of bounds to the 5-yard line. Flag over here on the back side. We're not happy about it, so it's got to be on us.
Another big chunk of yardage taken away from the Greyhounds. And again, you know, a couple of touchdowns early in the first half that we did not get. Theron's kickoff return and Chris Reynolds' catch near the end zone. Unsportsmanlike conduct. And I have two questions for that. The first one would be why.
The second one is why.
And the second one is why.
Well, I can see a false start and, you know, a hold here and there, but unsportsmanlike is just never, ever, ever called for. And I'm sure it'll be adjusted come Monday when they come in for practice.
When you lose your concentration.
We've all been there.
Absolutely.
We've all been
done
there
it.
in the heat of the moment. You're out there battling. You get frustrated.
First and 25. Give us to Cox up the middle. Cox is going to bounce it outside. Cox breaks the tackle and then puts his foot on a dime, and it's going to be brought down around the 34-yard line. No need to get chippy.
Yeah, let me tell you what, it's easy for us to sit up here. It's easy for me to sit up here and say, uh-oh. Is that Monquel down? I'll say it would be real easy for us to sit up here and question a young man who's given all he's got. He's tired, he's worn out, he's been battling. And he's got a Charlie horse, a cramp, a tightened up muscle. What else do we call that?
I think that's about it.
That's it? We'll remind you about Sam's Diner in the bright yellow building on 2nd Street. You want a good plate lunch, folks? Let me tell you what, Sam's is a place. Completely remodeled building and lunch 5 days a week. He serves breakfast in the morning, but boy, I'm telling you what, the breakfast is fantastic, but the lunch is my specialty. Anything from chicken fried steak to spaghetti, meatloaf on Tuesdays, hamburger steaks, breaded pork chops, roast beef, chicken, and dressing. You name it, you can't get a bad meal at Sam's in downtown Newport. 42 Sports, Alan Russell, Facebook Media supporting. Monquel's going to have to be carried off, and I think just a cramp, at least I hope so. Alan Russell and all of his group over at 42 Sports, like those guys on Facebook. 42 Sports, in-depth reporting on 4A, 3A, 2A high school sports. Get them on Facebook and like the page. Jackson Funeral Home, 1900 block of Malcolm Avenue. Our family serving your family. Care and comfort in your family's time of need. The Jackson's Funeral Home, serving Jackson County since 1945 with additional locations in Harrisburg and Newark. And look them up at jacksonsfh.com for more information. A life well lived is worth remembering. Also check out all the obituaries on Facebook at Jackson's Funeral Homes. 523-2433 for all funeral arrangement announcements.
Jadarius Reed will come in for the injured Monquel Cox at the tailback. 2nd and 16 here for the Hounds from the 34. Here's the snap. Give is to Reed. Reed trying to get outside. Great block. Chaser Prince. And makes the guy miss. And it'll be finally. No, he's still on his feet and be brought down inside the 12-yard line.
Still on his feet, pushed out of bounds.
Another GoGreenway.com first down for the Hounds. And another outstanding block from Theron Davis.
Offensive line right now just controlling up front for the Hounds.
8:35 remaining in the game, 37-7 in favor of the Greyhounds.
Theron in at the tailback. Here's the snap. We're going Theron up the middle. Theron Davis cutting back. Theron Davis is still on his feet. Theron inside the 10. It'll finally be brought down.
Well, our offensive line is just simply getting after people. Eight, 10, clock moving. Hounds up by 30, 37-7.
Second and 9 for the Hounds. Davis still at the tailback. Here's the snap. Fake give to Theron and going with Eli. Quarterback keep. And it'll be brought down inside the 10. Give him to the 8. Make it another third down for the Hound offense. Third down and 7 here for the Hounds. Ball on the 8-yard line.
Got a text message from our good friend Henry Boyce. Talking about the Hounds mean business tonight. Yes, sir, Mr. Henry. Thank you, my friend.
Here's the snap going Theron outside. Theron's met, and it's going to be a loss. They bring him back down to right around the 10-yard line.
Well, they just played that well. Give those guys credit.
Fourth and 9 from the 10. Shakeven now checking in the ball game for Theron. Hounds await the play. Hounds hurry to the ball. 6:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Here's a snap. RPO. Chris Reynolds. Touchdown. Greyhounds. That's the second one for Chris on the exact same play.
Yep, the RPO just makes those guys hesitate for just a second, and it gives you that split second you need to get open and make a play. Great pass from Eli Alcorn, and great catch by number 16, Chris Reynolds. 6:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. Hounds awaiting the extra point.
Extra point is up, and it is no good. Your Hounds still lead it here.
See you, Mr. John Miner.
43-7 over the Eagles with 6:24 to go in the fourth quarter.
And another Ratcher Real Estate touchdown. Pass from Eli to Chris Reynolds, his second, and that really is third. They didn't give him one of them.
No doubt.
Well, you can put it on your highlight tape and nobody will know.
That's correct. You know what? I get to thinking, who is Coach Hinsley going to bring up here tonight? He's got some choice.
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball. He's got offensive linemen, defensive linemen. He's got linebackers. He's got secondary guys. He's got blockers. He's got tacklers. He's got runners. He's got scorers.
He can pull a number out of a hat.
He sure could. He can bring them all up here. We'll interview them all. I can promise you one thing.
They all deserve it.
Not only that, but the lights will stay on until we finish.
Clemmy Alcorn once again to kick off for the Hounds. Monquell back in on kickoff, so it appears just a cramp.
That's always good to see. You never want to see a guy go down, but
We've decided we're not going to kick it back over here to this guy. You know, the last time we went that way.
And it'll be a high kick out of bounds.
They can pick to make us kick again. Talking about Greene County Tech can. And they will do so. 6:23 remaining in this football game. Hounds lead 43-7. Folks, I don't know the last time you've been in Churchman Building Center, but you can go in if you need some things for plumbing. They handle all that. If you need some stuff for electrical work, they handle all that. You need some Carhartt clothing, they handle that. You need some sheetrock, you need any building project, they handle that. You need a key fob for your car, your truck, they handle that. I got one just a couple of weeks ago.
I actually went there. Ball's on the ground. We'll see who's going to jump on it. We're going to sort it out. Greene County's going to have the ball right around the 43-yard line. I went there today. I went to Churchman's. I actually went and ate at Ollie's place. Used to be the Shell. What is it?
Oh, the chicken place? Yeah, the Newport Food Mart. Yeah.
Newport Food Mart.
I'm going to tell you, the chicken's really good, but those biscuits.
Oh, aren't those awesome?
gosh.
Aren't they awesome?
Hey, they've got some boudin balls, fried boudin balls, and they are absolutely amazing.
1st and 10 for the Tech from the 43.
Some boudin balls.
Here's the snap. Quarterback going to look to throw. Quick fire, incomplete. Played well by Monquel Cox there. Number 18, Aiden Greene, checking into the ball game for Clemmy Alcorn. Also 39, Jacob Gonzer. I see a lot of guys coming in the ball game here. Jabraylon Brown checking in. Spencer Mullinax, Chandler Allen in at a linebacker position. Caden Johnson also in the ball game. 2nd and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. Pump fake. Just going to heave one deep. He's got a man, and it's going to be caught around the 27-yard line. Colin Hill checking into the game for Tyler Johnson. Try to name all these guys that are checking into the ball game. Letting some guys play. Andrew Pitts checking into the ball game also.
Under 5 minutes to play, 43-7. Hounds with their second unit in the football game here.
Market at the 25, 1st and 10, empty backfield. Here's the snap. Quarterback's going to roll out. Gonzer's going to bring pressure. He's got a man open, and it's just overthrown.
Got a man down here.
Grabbing appears to be his ankle.
Did we mention Aiden Greene in the game? We did mention him.
Spencer Mullinax slow to get up, but he does get up.
Oh, Spencer, he plays hard. Plays hard all the time. Got the flow going on. Got the beard. Clock stopped with 4:28. Spencer's okay.
.425 remaining here in the ball game. It is 43-7. Hounds lead. Looking to throw. He's pressured. Chandler Allen almost there. He's got a man open. He just throws it. Boy, that's a beautiful catch. Touchdown, GCT.
Hayden, is there any way to score 1 point in football?
I need 2. Needed them to go for 2.
Well, you could also get a safety.
And Coach Hinsley will talk after the game. I'll let him know a little bit about what I said. Tell him I'm not really happy about that last PAT try. Hounds lead at 43-13. We'll wait the extra point for GCT. Snap's good, holds good, kick is up, and it's good. Hounds still lead it here, 43-14 with 4:02 remaining in the ballgame.
So what'd you have?
Had 45-14.
You had 45-14, so you were a 2-point conversion away. But we probably didn't need to go for 2 there. But had we gone for 2, you would have received the big Supreme Pizza from Fathead Pizza.
I actually ate there today for supper before I came here.
Did you? I appreciate you eating at all of our sponsors this week today. You had chicken, you had pizza. I appreciate you. Fathead, that's
I didn't have
one word, all caps.
I didn't have anywhere for breakfast this morning. Didn't eat breakfast, but I had chicken for lunch and I had fathead for supper. Throw me off some more of those. I might. Sam's opens tomorrow. They open on
Sam's
Saturday.
not open on Saturday. No, not open on Saturday. Boy, if you get an opportunity to go down there during lunch, though, I mean, I'm telling you, it's awesome. It's awesome. Sam spent a lot of money on his inside of his building and inside. And I don't think Greene County Tech will onside kick. You know, they score on our second team, and I don't think they'll onside kick here. And when they do.
And we'll jump on it, number 15, Jalen Gist. Great job, Jalen. Hey, no give up here.
That might have been their second team also that was trying the onside kick. 3:48. Clock rolling.
Gavin Tarwater in the ball game. Kieran Childress also. Here's the snap, and the give is to Kieran. Kieran trying to get outside. Kieran will finally be brought down. Give him a couple on the play. Just now under 3 minutes. Hounds still lead 43-14 in the ball game. Hunter Hurst in the ball game.
I think that's a rule on the kickoff that the clock continues to run.
Michael Madison also in the ball game, 64. Brady Cook.
Guys, we got to name a Bad Boy Mowers collision of the week. Bad Boy Mowers in Batesville. Thanks Scott Lancaster for joining us early in the broadcast.
Tarwater going to let the play clock roll inside 5. It's just at 6, and now they will set up. Here's the snap going to Kieran. Kieran's hitting the backfield. Kieran trying to get outside. Kieran across the 50 to the 45. It'll be just tripped up at the 44-yard line. Will Keedy also in the ball game. Andrew Pitts.
We named them all the guys in the offensive line. Can't see that far, fellas. 1:53, clock moving, 43-14 in favor of the Hounds.
Well, the Hounds will appear to win here big and start out 2-0 in their first 2 games. Bad boy collision, I'm going to go with Jalen Gist when he came across field. 1:30 and rolling, 3rd and 5.
Jalen Gist it is, the Bad Boy Mower.
Here's the snap.
Hit of the week.
Give to Kieran. Kieran going to get outside. Kieran's going to get close to the 40. We'll see where we mark him. We'll mark him at the 41. 4th and 2 for the Hounds. Just now under a minute in the ball game. There's a lot of guys that could have got the bad boy collision. Chris Reynolds could have got it. We could give him it. We can give a handful of guys. I vote Jalen. Offsides play, and Tech will jump. Offsides play does work, and they'll let the clock roll here.
It's going to be a winner for the Hounds. Winner for the Hounds, 43-14. We'll have the George Kell Motor Company player of the game and the Subway coaches report coming up here momentarily, but Big victory for the Hounds. Give Greene County Tech a lot of credit. Those kids played hard. They hung in there in the first half, cut it to 13-7 at the half. We had a ball game on our hands.
Hey, both teams are trying and going real hard.
Ben Black, final thoughts?
Well, we're 2/3 of the way done with the first phase. So next Friday night we'll finish the first phase up and see where we land in that regular season.
On the road to Lone Oak, Hayden.
I'm excited to see what we have at Lone Oak. Lone Oak is a tough place to play. I played there, and you can always spot them 7 when you go to Lone Oak because it's just Lone Oak. But Hounds should go in Monday and get some things worked out, get some of the penalties cleaned up, and should have another good week at Lone Oak next week.
Hey, no doubt about it. Hounds win it right here, 43-14, and congratulations on the fine effort from Greene County Tech. And I'm telling you, their fans were simply outstanding. As good a group as we've ever been associated with. They never turned around to holler at us. They had one gentleman turn around when we were talking about Sam's Diner and said, "You sure are making me hungry." So for Josh Nation, who did an excellent job, and Josh, once again, thank you, sir, for what you have done for us and what you continue to do for us, not here at Cable 15, but I'm talking about for our country. Thank all those people who were honored tonight here at Hero Night. Our thoughts and prayers for those people that were lost in the helicopter crash from Survival Flight. And just congratulations to the award winners early in the broadcast here tonight. For Josh, for Ben, for Hayden, this is the old voice of the Newport Greyhound saying until next time, Coach's Show, Player of the Game, coming right up. George Kell Motor Company Player of the Game is the quarterback, number 1, Eli Alcorn. And Eli, another outstanding effort. And just, kind of talk about what went on out there tonight. I mean, the Hounds win again. The offense rolled.
Yes, sir. It's like we had a slow start, but I just kept talking to him and communicate with the lineman, telling them that we got it, and let's just keep pushing and let's score. And Coach, we went in. Coach talked about what was going on, and they kind of tried to switch the front on us a couple times,
right.
And it gave them a little confusion, but they figured it out. And the more that we talked and communicate, we made big plays. And when we first came out the half, we had a turnover, and then I just talked to him and told him, "Come on, we got it." And we came back out the next possession and threw a touchdown at the end.
Yes, we did, didn't we? And it was also, it was the turning point of the game, no doubt about that.
Yes, sir.
Scrambling out of the pocket. You're very talented, and your vision. Talk a little bit about your vision and what you see, because it's simply incredible at your age that you can do some of the things that you do. But talk about your vision when you see a play.
Well, Coach called a play, and I just as I say go for the play to go, I just keep my eyes downfield. That's why I just try to keep my eyes downfield, because you may know that where it will come open. And then as me running, still looking down the field, they help me a lot, and I stay after practice, and I just work on dropping back and looking down, keeping my eyes downfield. I do bag drills, shuffling drills, looking down the field, and the pass. The pass I threw the crease 2 times. It was the same play, but it's I work on that in practice. After practice, I stay after and I work on it, because Coach tell me that's something they can be my best play when I leave Newport. I can be known for their play.
Absolutely.
Yes,
well, there's no doubt about it. You find open receivers as well as anybody. You come out of the pocket as well as anybody that I've ever seen that's played this game here.
Yes,
and you're a young guy, and I know this winning's in your blood, is it not?
Yes, sir, it is.
When's the last time you were the quarterback we lost a football game? Do you remember?
A while ago.
It's been a long time ago, hasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about those guys up front, because those guys battle for you. Those guys up front.
I trust them. I really do. It's sometimes we might have a slow start, but I always believe that they can get it done. And they stay after practice a while, and they continue to work. And as they stay, I see them, and they push me to stay to get better, because we all need to get better. And there's really, they don't quit.
They sure don't. They keep playing, don't they? I got to ask you this, change the subject a little bit. You hadn't had a chance to really think about college and all that, but subject-wise and school-wise, how's that going? What do you like? What's your favorite subject in school?
Geometry.
Geometry.
Geometry. Yes, sir.
Love math.
Yes,
Just like doing the math.
Yes, sir.
Quarterbacks that have math technology. Boy, that's an awesome. You figure things out. That's what geometry is. Figuring the angle and a lot of that has to come into play when you do when you play football. But I want to talk about your defense too, because tell me about your defense. If we don't hold them, we don't want to outscore people. 55-53. But our defense was awesome tonight. Talk a little bit about them.
I feel like they did good, and our linebackers, they did real good. I mean, they kind of they was getting a couple yards on us, and then we made a little change.
Right.
And told them that just come down because the quarterback gonna come in. They start doing it, and they stopped them, and they
Sure
just
did.
continue to stop them. And the secondary, Pooh Bear, Donovan, Jalen, and Theron, they did good. And then Caden got in too, which is like second team. Chris Reynolds got in, he did good.
Yes, he
Khalil
did.
rotating just about everywhere. Everybody really did good. They gave it their all.
Yeah, Chris had a couple of touchdown passes
Yes, sir.
tonight, Eli, and Theron had a big kickoff return
Yes,
that
sir.
we got a penalty, got it called
Yes,
back.
sir.
But boy, it was a momentum swing at that time. But anyway, several momentum swings, but we win this thing going away, and we're 2/3 the way through from the non-conference schedule. We're going to go to Lone Oak,
Yes, sir.
and just you guys got to just continue to play hard
Yes, sir.
and get better. You got to get better.
Yes, sir.
You know, Theron told me last week. He said, you know what we want to do every week. And I told Coach Hadley about it. And he said, that's philosophy we're going to have. He said, our goal is to go 1-0 this week.
Yes, sir. This week.
And that's what we did.
Yes,
we
sir.
went 1-0 this week.
And the same thing next week.
That's exactly right.
Yes, sir.
This is Eli Alcorn, and let me tell you what, he's the quarterback. He's the guy. He's number one. That's why he wears number one. He's a fine young man, and he is the George Kell Motor Company player of the game. Thank you, Eli.
Yes, sir.
Subway in the Newport Walmart Supercenter coaches report. Coach Mark Hansley and Coach Hansley, the Newport Greyhounds are 1-0.
1-0 again.
That's what we are for this week, and
That's it.
that's the goal.
That's it.
Talk a little bit about this football game tonight.
You know, I think we talked about it before we went in, and I know we talked about it at Touchdown Lunch, and I know we've talked about it outside of this, is every year we play Greene County Tech, there's always that poison because, you know, you come out thinking it's Greene County Tech. You come out thinking that you don't have to play as hard against a team like that, and no matter what I say or what I do, they have to see it for themselves. That's just the kid in them.
Right.
You know, we talked about it all week. I've talked about it with them. You know, don't be complacent. 1-0, you know, from last week doesn't mean anything. You know, you need to still battle. They're going to come out playing 100%. If you come out 70%, they're going to win. So you didn't want to get in a situation like we're at half. And that's what I told them. I
Right,
said,
absolutely.
yesterday I told them, I said, we're going to come in at half, and we're either going to have a ball game or we're going to have to start talking about how we're going to get our second team in there. And I said, that's not going to be good for us if we have to come in and talk about how we're going to beat them the second half. And that's what happened. And I told him, I said, I must be a psychic, guys. I told you that was going to happen. And I said, you're going to have to come out and play 2 quarters now. You've got to win 2 quarters. And that's the one thing about this team. They do come out and they fight.
Well, these guys are down 13-0. We have the ball down there. We get a touchdown, and I mean, we have, you know, a couple of touchdowns. You know, Chris was close on a touchdown, and, you know, almost put it away, and there's 44 seconds going, and they throw a pass. They throw a deep.
Yeah.
They made a play, and then all of a sudden it's 13-7 instead of 20 to nothing or whatever. It's 13-7. We're fighting for a life.
It's little things. You know, we had them right here. I can't remember what it was, 3rd and short, 4th and short right here. We went to our King Kong package, and we tried to push it, you know, get a first down. We jumped off sides.
Right, yep.
Then we just had things in that second quarter that just kept backing us up
sure
behind the
did.
sticks, and we just kept shooting ourselves in the foot. And that really set us back, and it made us have to do things outside of what we felt comfortable doing. And but outside of that, you know, second quarter a little rocky. 3rd and 4th quarter, we took care of business.
Well, I want to talk a little bit. I want you to talk a little bit about, and again, I think we get tremendous blocking from our receivers. I mean, they're just outstanding. Our offensive line is they're getting better every play.
You know, and that's why I always tell when people say, well, your weakness is your offense. I don't ever always call it a weakness. It's a challenge. We're trying to get them better. They want, you know, they don't want, you know. So I'll put it to that group. They show up every day. Coach Johnston's been great with them. He feeds them breakfast. He gets them. He's really trying to make them come together. And that's what I told him. I said, I need you to be the best offensive D-line coach in the state. And he's really pulling them together and doing a fantastic job. And they're getting better, and that's what we need to see, because this group, all we got to have is a crease. And if they can get just that crease, man, we can be dangerous.
Well, I mean, so many weapons. I mean, Jadarius offensively tonight was outstanding, and of course, Eli was great. Chris with a couple of touchdowns, had almost a third one. Theron was Theron. Eli was Eli, and Clemmy was Clemmy, and you just go on and on down the list, and we just got so many. Biggers was good, and you know, from a offensive standpoint, with a good offensive line, perimeter blocking, and guys that are willing to play for the betterment of the team, can be
a very dangerous.
Yes.
You know, I was telling somebody right down there a while ago, you know, when you have a quarterback who's supposed to be a runner and he's throwing for 200 yards a game, it makes you, as a defensive guy, you don't know what to do.
That's
you don't
correct.
know how you want to play him. You want to play him loose. You want to blitz. What do we really do? It kind of leaves you in a bad spot. And then when you talk about, well, we're gonna double up Monquel, we're gonna double up Theron. Well, then what are you going to do with Chris Reynolds?
Right.
What are you going to do with Donovan Biggers?
That's
What
right.
are you going to do to Clemmy? So you can't double everybody. And I think the great thing about what we do and how we do it is there's always an answer. It doesn't matter if it's on the two-man side or the one-man side. We can throw quick hitches on this side. It's a screen game on the two-man side, or run the box if you keep it light. So there's so many things that we can do to get the ball around, and it's dangerous kids. I mean, you can't double everybody. And tonight, you know, we kept trying to spray it out to Chris, and then we trying to open up. We could get something deep to Theron, and it's just a dangerous group of boys that can be very explosive.
Defensively, our kids get after it.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
You know, being a young group, the one thing that we knew they were aggressive. We went into the spring being very simple. We told the kids we're going to be simple, but we will be aggressive. That's the one thing we will be is aggressive. And when you talk about Jakeven Davis, you're talking about a kid that just comes down. And you don't see his hits, you hear them. I mean, you can be on the sideline, you know it's Jakeven because it's just a solid thud hit. You know, as far as like Antoine, he's starting to figure out. You throw in Jamario Ballantyne that comes in. Our two edges, and I've said this. I think I said it on the show before the game. Is when our two edges are playing as good as they are with Clemmy and Jadarius Reed.
Right.
If they're playing at their best, we are unstoppable defensively.
I would agree.
And if those safeties can run fit off of them and they can stay deep on pass, you know, the safeties are the main goal of what we got to to be successful is our safeties and our outside linebackers. And our outside linebackers are there, and our safeties are starting to figure out. And I think by the time we get in our conference schedule, I think they're going to be a tough unit.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to next week. It's on the road to Lone Oak, and the first time we're away from home. Of course, we did have a scrimmage game away from home, and always a tough place to play. But let's enjoy the victory that we had tonight. And again, we're going to approach it. We're 1-0, and I love what Theron said it best last week. We're trying to be 1-0 this week, and we tried to be 1-0 this week, and that's what we're going to try. We're going to try to be 1-0 next week.
It's little things. You know, if you start thinking, well, I'm going to be 10-0, that's too far of a goal.
Sure.
And I love that, and I hope the whole team takes that same mentality because the most important game is the one that we got coming up, and Lone Oak's the most important game of our year.
Congratulations on the victory tonight. The Hounds 43-14, I believe is what it was, and then Hounds just controlled in the second half. And as always, our show is brought to you by Subway and the Walmart Super Center, and we thank the Sampsons for what they do for us in our program. This is Coach Mark Hinesley. Until next time, so long, everybody, and go Hounds.